Well, this is my Carter W-O carburetor. It came off of my 1948 Willys CJ-2A, and it's original design. So you can see here it's a Carter W-O, made in St. Louis by the Carter Carburetor Corporation, model W-O 146-34, I think. It's hard to read that part. There's patent information. That's looking down in the bottom there. You can see daylight through it. It's looking down through the top here. Of course, it doesn't have any throttle return springs or anything on it. I took them off to put on my other carburetor that's on that Willys right now. I've actually got two of these. There's another one. I think it's in my shop somewhere. It's the one off of my blue Willys, which is also a 48 CJ-2A. You can see here the stampings and castings and everything. I took it off and replaced it with an aftermarket because my bowl right here, the seal had really gone bad, and it was starting to pour gas everywhere. I'd run it and gas would start shooting out of the seal here, and also this screw right here was stripped out, so we put a slightly oversized in there, but that gasket's still gone, so I'll probably end up rebuilding it sometime, just for fun. And I ain't never rebuilt a carburetor, and I figure it's a pretty good one to learn on, probably. So let's see if I can go find the other one. It's probably out here in the shop, along with the other parts off of the blue Willys, because the head was off of it, the manifolds were off of it, and of course the carburetor was off since the manifold was off, and a bunch of other mess was off of it. So basically it was just an open engine sitting in the Jeep. There's my head. As you can see, Jeep, Willys, firing order is 1342. That's my water neck right here that goes on it. I can't remember, I think it's like that. Yeah. There's my manifolds. There's the A manifold. Or the intake and exhaust manifolds in one. That carburetor bolts up right here, and that goes on the side of the engine, of course. That's my air cleaner and the air breather pipe that goes to this air cleaner from the carburetor. So it'd be kind of like that, and then going down to the manifold. And that carburetor's in here somewhere. It's just a matter of finding the thing. There's the old canvas top off of that Jeep. I don't know what I do with that carburetor. It's around here somewhere. Yeah, whatever. It's around, but maybe that's it. Yep, that's it. I forgot everything was in plastic bags. So, excuse the pointing of the camera in the wrong direction. Had to open the bag. This one is somewhat cleaner in some parts and somewhat nastier. But it's also the Carter W-O. Same design, everything, same year. Ooh, smells like rotten gas. But yeah, carburetor goes on the manifold just like that. And this bolts to the side of the engine. So that's the intake and exhaust manifolds. And then the breather pipe would sit on the top of the carburetor right there, and then hook over to the air cleaner over here. And then we'd have an engine sitting in the middle of all that. You can see a lot of head bolts go in this thing. Oh, it's heavy. It's like it's made out of cast iron or something. Something, I don't know. Oh. And then that's the head. This will be the front of the engine. So the manifolds will be on the side of the block, right in there. If I can get this thing to sit. There we go. Then the air breather will be on this side of the Jeep. Of course, it'd be sitting a little bit higher, but just for looking purposes, it'd be somewhat like that. And then the water nut would be right in here. And then the radiator, of course, would be up here at front. So that's the basic setup of the engine without there actually being an engine here. And then, of course, the exhaust would run out the bottom there. But as you can see, that's just a bunch of parts for the blue one. And I've got more in those bags and whatnots over there. There's the gasket off the water net and all that mess. But yeah, that's just some of the mess I got with it. Figured I'd show the carburetors and parts and all that stuff.